We welcome you to the Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Day 2 here in San Bernardino, about to get underway. The Little League Softball Regionals continue with a West Region matchup. Sutherland South Little League from Las Vegas versus Live Oak Little League from Northern California. And we're already set to have a whole lot of fun here today. Around the country, it is regionals time in the Little League Softball, and we are focused here right now on the West region, stretching from the Grand Canyon State out to the Aloha State. Who will be the best in the West and punch their ticket to Greenville, North Carolina? One of these 6 squads. Now, we've already gotten underway with West region action with a couple of games yesterday. Arizona, an impressive win over Hawaii yesterday. Northern California, they're also 1-0. More on that in just a few seconds. But first, we need to introduce ourselves here to you from Al Houghton Stadium. Troy Clarity and Faith Kane, so happy to be with us. I'm glad you're along for the ride. And Faith, Northern California 15-1 winners in their game against Utah yesterday. They put it all together, especially with a star in the circle.
Yeah, that's Charlotte Dudek. She was lights out, and the biggest thing for her is she showed resilience. Anytime she fell behind in a count or gave up a couple hits, she battled right back and came back with a strikeout, and she had a lot of them. She had a total of 12 on the day. Her defense barely had to work, but the line I want to really point out is only 1 walk. She limited those free bases, and that is going to be key for her today.
Yeah, Dudek back in the circle for today, and she was absolutely lights out. Did not allow a single hit yesterday against Utah until the 5th inning, but by then the game was well in hand.
Yeah, she pitches exactly like she did yesterday. I would start her too, because she had confidence in the circle. You could tell she came in, and you'd think game 1 you have a little bit of nerves, that first inning especially, but she came in and felt like that's where she was supposed to be.
Here is the starting lineup, the batting order for Las Vegas, Summerlin South, and Faith, you're going to be especially interested in Maddie Morgan.
Yeah, she's going to be key. Obviously, hitting me on that 4 spot means you got a lot of power, and that's what she has. So she's going to be key in getting those runners around the bases.
We're also going to be focused on Maddie Morgan for other reasons as well. We'll fill you in on that throughout the course of the show. Low clouds to begin, but the skies are breaking over Al Houghton Stadium. Glad to have you with us as we begin day 2 of the Little League Softball Regionals. Great to have you here with us, with Dudek throwing a first pitch that misses for ball 1 to Kalia Lobis, who is swinging here and gets it to the shortstop, who's up with it, throws over the first, but not in time. Lobis able to beat the throw from Avea Martinez. Leadoff single.
You can see that maybe they thought they had a tag on her. Maybe she rounded towards second base. But Lobis starting this game off strong.
Brings up Alexis Capetta. Alexis's favorite sports team, the UCLA Bruins. And her favorite sport to watch is the Women's College World Series. Usually the Women's College World Series and the UCLA Bruins, those two tend to go hand in hand.
They've been there a lot. Actually, probably the most of any other team.
It's like they have a residency there in Oklahoma City of sorts. Great programs, one of the most storied programs on the collegiate level. Summerlin South Little League from Las Vegas. It's about 230 miles from here in San Bernardino. Straight shot up I-15. It turns on that one. Inside out swing. Fouls it off 1-2.
Yeah, coming in offensively today for Nevada, they're going to have to be aggressive, especially with Dudek, because she is aggressive with her pitches. Her first couple of pitches are going to be a strike.
Fighting that one off. Count remains at 1-2. Summerlin South Little League, the champs from Nevada. They lost the opening round game of their state tournament against Centennial Little League, but then bounced back with wins over Henderson, Fernley, and then Centennial in the championship. The battle continues.
And that's a tough thing to do when you lose early in the tournament and then be able to come back and fight. That just shows you the resilience that they have. And one of the things they did is they actually gathered up and they said, why not us? And that is so big, because why not them? And you can do it as long as you believe.
And it's a young team as well. Just two 12-year-olds on the squad. One of them, Lobis, is currently on first base right now.
They even consider themselves the underdogs, but they have a lot of hunger.
Got him. Swing and a miss, strike three.
That's a pitch that Dudek used a lot yesterday against Utah. She likes to throw up in the zone, and that ball is out. That is a ball. You got to lay off of it.
Behind Dudek defensively for Live Oak Little League. In the outfield, Robles, Palacio, and Huff. Around the horn, Bowles, Martinez, Perigo, and Garcia. Sophie Rivera behind the dish. First pitch to Bellevue is inside for ball one. Bella has 4 dogs, a tortoise, 2 leopard geckos, 3 birds, and 2 fish.
It's a whole zoo at her house. I know, I read that and I was like, geez, how do you take care of all of them?
One ball and one strike as Dudek finds the inside corner. Up and out for ball 2. Dudek, by the way, looks up to her older sister, Claudia, who also plays softball. Claudia might start returning the favor here if Charlotte keeps pitching like she has so far. On the ground, slow roller to third. Throw over to first in time for the out, with Lobis advancing over to second.
And Mackenzie Bowles, she did a great job with that play because that was a slow roller. You have to be quick as a third baseman. She was playing back towards the bag, but she hustled up and got the throw across the diamond.
Maddie Morgan, now the batter for Nevada. We get to know a lot about the players here through the questionnaires that they provide us. We give them questions and they answer them. And this is my 6th Little League event, and I've gone through like maybe 600-700 questionnaires over the course of that time. Maddie Morgan's is in the questionnaire Hall of Fame. We'll show you why as we go. That's a pitch inside. Count evens out, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, her answers just had us all cracking up. And to come out of someone her age, a 12-year-old,
That's a great pitch from Dudek, 1 and 2. Maddie says playing Little League softball is honestly her favorite thing to do. Doesn't hurt that she can make her teammates laugh along the way. A 1-2. That's high. And now the throw down to third. It dribbles away for a second, and Lobis is in safely.
And Lobis doing a really good job with that read. She saw the ball was down on the ground and took off for third.
All right, here's an example of the wit and wisdom of Maddie Morgan. She told us a little bit about her basketball career. Quote, I play school basketball too, but not going to lie, I ride the bench most of the time. Sometimes I get subbed in for like 2 minutes, and I'm out there acting like it's the NBA Finals.
Hey, at least she goes in and she hustles hard.
That's right.
In those final 2 minutes.
Acting like she's SGA or something. The 2-2. Tries the inside corner again, just misses, count full. But there's more where that came from. And we will try to bring you as many of those quotes as we can because they are absolute gold. Runner at third. And a swing and a miss. Dudek with 2 strikeouts to begin her morning. Leadoff single, stranded at third. Nevada 0, Northern California coming to bat. The Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN are presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's. Here come Northern California. They'll pick up the bat in just a moment. Scoreless as we head to the bottom of the first inning between Nevada and Northern California. The young ladies from Live Oak, their batting order from 1 through 11 looks like this. Mackenzie Bowl had a nifty afternoon yesterday, driving in 3.
Yeah, at the plate, she was seeing the ball, making contact, maybe not getting a hit every single time, but getting the ball in play so she can score some runs.
A 15-1 win for Northern California over Utah yesterday, and they did it without recording any extra base hits. They actually did much of their best work, for the most part, overall on the base paths.
Yeah, they were getting that extra 60 feet anytime they can, anytime they saw a pass ball, wild pitch. They were going for it, and that's where they scored most of their runs. So they're going to be deadly on the bases.
And they will be facing Alexis Capetta, the workhorse in the circle for Summerlin South Little League out of Nevada.
The biggest thing about her is just her presence. When she is in the circle, she likes to take control, and she is determined, driven, and that's going to be the best asset for her.
Avea Martinez, the leadoff batter for Live Oak. As Capetta tries the outside corner and gets the floater to go for a called strike one. 67 degrees, by the way, as we begin this morning. Temperatures slightly a bit below normal here in San Bernardino. This one's hit in the air. Capetta makes the grab just on the lip of the circle for the first out. Defense always crucial. And here is the defensive lineup for Nevada. Capel, Lingenfelter, and Phillips in the outfield, left to right. Around the horn, Dalzell, Lewis, Lobis, and Morgan. Vu behind the dish. And Capetta in the circle. Riley Perigo hits one that glances off of Capetta's glove, but backed up very well by Zoe Lewis.
Yeah, you just spoke about the defense, and right now they're playing really well by Capetta just with these first two batters.
Lewis with fantastic anticipation, backing up her teammate, and also battling the carom too. That can be very difficult to pull off once the ball goes off the pitcher's glove, and you might have to readjust yourself mid-trajectory, but Lewis able to pull it off. More on her, by the way, later on in the show. Mackenzie Bowl drove in 3 yesterday. Swings at this one and puts it down into the third row here at Al Houghton Stadium. Mackenzie also plays volleyball and hoops.
Hey, you got one ball.
And an illegal pitch has been called by home plate umpire Len Gherkin. So the count goes to 1-0 instead of 0-1 off the foul. George Rodriguez at first, Sean Workman at second, and Rob Johnson, by the way, the third base umpire. Down the line and fair and rolling all the way into the corner. Ball still going. And still going. Ball goes all the way for the inside the park home run.
Look at that excitement coming from her team. She's embracing the hugs, the cheers. I love it. What a powerful hit by Bull at the plate. That pitch on the inside corner, and she did a really good job keeping her hands tight, getting around it, and just ripping it down into left field, but all the way around, showing off a little bit of speed too, but the excitement coming from her team, I love it.
Ball goes all 240 feet. Puts Northern California on top 1-0. Charlotte Dudek now has a lead to work with. His ball is back in the dugout.
If you want to get momentum going for your team, it's when you step up and you do something like that. And that can change a game right away, especially here in the first inning.
And Faith, the games that you and I did yesterday were more or less decided in the first inning. Back up the middle. Wrapped into center field, base hit. She can pitch, but she can hit too.
Yeah, helping herself out any way that she can. Something you have to also imagine, though, here is Northern California, they played yesterday. And this is a nerve-wracking environment. They're here for the first time, and it's regionals playing, you know, all these brand new teams, and you're nervous. And they got to get that out yesterday. But now you have Nevada coming in, and this is their first day out here on the field. So you have to imagine there are nerves out there, and they're still trying to figure it out and settle it in. So it may take them a few innings.
Riley Perigo coming in as a courtesy runner for Charlotte Dudek, with Yuritsi Garcia at the plate. And you and I were talking before the game, Faith. You were very intrigued to see, given the fact that they played yesterday, how Northern California would be swinging the sticks here in this one. I think we might have an early answer.
Yeah, especially because yesterday mostly we're getting on by walks or free bases and looking at wild pitches. Didn't have to really swing too much, but today they're showing that they know how to swing as well.
That inside the park home run by Ball, the first extra base hit for Live Oak Little League so far this weekend. That stays fair. And all Morgan has to do is tag the bag for the third out. But an impressive start for Northern California. Mackenzie Ball tight-roping one right down the third baseline, and she goes all the way for the inside the park home run. 1-0 Northern California after one. Early round action in the West region. We have one more game later today, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific, between the young ladies from Thornydale Little League of Tucson and Westchester Del Rey Little League of Southern California. That's later on today. The teams that don't come away with wins fall into the elimination bracket, and they will each have to play on Monday. Utah awaits the team that does not win this one, while Hawaii awaits the team that does not get it done against Arizona and Southern California later today. The winner here today, by the way, does not play again until Wednesday, so they got a couple of days off.
And that's a really long break. That's something that the coaches talked about, how sometimes having a day off or a couple days off, it actually hurts them because they like to go to the beach or like to go to Disneyland with some things they like to do. And so when they get done with activities like that, they come back the next day and they're tired. So coaches that have been here before are saying, we're going to treat this more like a business trip this year.
Here's Zoe Lewis. Swings, fights this one off, and goes down in the count 0-2. Zoe's dad, Brandon, is the deputy district attorney of Clark County, which is where Las Vegas is located. Her mom, Jasmine, is a coach on staff, and Zoe calls her such a boss lady. Hit right to second, handled by Perigo, and the throw to first in time for the out.
And that was a great hit by Lewis, a hard hit, and Perigo doing a really good job just keeping that ball in front of her and getting the play over at first. You can tell she's all smiles after that one.
Brings up Brooklyn Dalzell. Brooklyn's dad, Aaron, is the manager of the squad. Aaron's a 44-year-old real estate specialist, by the way. Swing and a miss by Brooklyn for strike one on the off-speeder. Brooklyn's favorite athlete, Naomi Girma of the U.S. Women's National Soccer Team. Former Stanford Cardinal, by the way. I saw her play many great matches back during her collegiate days. Brooklyn down in the count 0-2. Might need to put a pin as this game goes along in that sequence in the top half of the first inning, in which Nevada was able to get a runner over to third, but could not push her across. Northern California able to take advantage of its scoring opportunity. It's Mackenzie Ball with the inside the park home run. That's the difference in the early going of this game right now.
Yeah, and because of that inside the park home run, Northern California feels like they have all the momentum right now, but this is still only a 1-0 game, and Nevada's still seeing the ball well. They've hit the ball well, especially in that first inning, so still a tight game.
Dudek with 2 strikeouts already in this one. In the early going, Dalzell taking a couple practice swings. Back in the box. And away we go. Swing and a miss. Nope, foul tip into the glove. And that is strike 3.
Dudek can just continuing her dominance that she had yesterday into today. Again, the confidence that she has out in the circle, and she's working both sides of the plate. Also, when she's ahead in counts, when she's up 0-2, 1-2, those pitches are not strikes. She's throwing them off the plate, and that's exactly what you want from your pitcher.
Raylan Lingenfelter swings and misses at strike 1. Raylan's dream job, teacher. She's down in the count here, 0-2. Tries inside and misses, 1-2.
And this is where Lingenfelder can have really good eyes, lay off anything that's off the plate as she just did right there.
Yep. Brings the count even at 2 apiece. Get the timing right, step back in, and off we go. Just laces that one foul. Stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So,
one person Lingenfelder also loves is Jordy Ball. So a really good role model for her as well. She's someone who also pitches and she hits. So being that dual threat type of player.
Dudek dealing 4 strikeouts already this morning. And Northern California maintaining a 1-0 lead. And Charlotte Dudek is already taking control of this game.
Yeah, Dudek pitching her best right now. Up and out of the zone for the strikeout. She's crushing it.
Of Little League Softball, Greenville, North Carolina.
Girls have earned the right to be expressive and show their personalities.
The talent level has been elevated to a place that I've not seen maybe ever.
Pitt County Little League, from unfinished business to standing on business.
That's what it's all about, and that is the goal, to get to Greenville and perhaps win all the marbles. Little League Softball World Series beginning on August 3rd. Such a special event. Who will come out of the West region and represent this part of the country in Greenville? Well, the last 5 years, it has been these respective teams. I remember the Honolulu Little League squad that won the West in 2019. They had a young lady named Jenna Sniffen on that team who was just absolutely bonkers. The best player in that tournament. And now she's a third baseman, I believe, for the Arizona Wildcats. I believe made the Big 12 All-Freshman team. So you never know whom you're going to see and have to keep tabs on in the near future.
So cool that these girls just get to be out here and get this type of exposure and play on these type of fields, and they have that dream. They want to play at that collegiate level, that D1 level, and pro now, which the way it's blowing up, the AUSL, they have opportunities to continue this sport far into the future, and I just love the way that softball is blasting off right now.
George Rodriguez, the first base umpire, making sure everything is good to go on the field. It is. Nalea Palacio fouls off the first pitch that she sees. Summerlin South, whom we see here today representing Nevada, they won the West region in 2021. And intriguingly enough, those young ladies on that 2021 team that won the Little League Softball West region came back the next year and made it to the Junior League Softball World Series in 2022. Hit the center, bounces in front of Lingenfelter. third base hit of the day for Live Oak Little League.
And Lingenfelder did a really good job of just keeping that ball in front of her. That is huge right now for this outfield. And the reason why is because that field is so big, 225 feet. If that ball gets past you, that's probably an inside the park, which is what we already saw.
Yep. Runner going. A left-handed throw from the catcher, Vu, not in time.
And this is what we saw yesterday. Live Oak loves to run the bases, and that's what they are going to do. Every time they get on, you're probably expecting a steal.
Sophie Rivera at the plate. Off speed, she's able to time it up, but hits it to third. And throw back across the diamond, not in time. So Palacio advances on the ground up. As the world's most trusted youth sports organization, Little League relies on the generosity of its alumni, volunteers, and communities who give tirelessly to create experiences for millions of children every year. Support Little League today by texting LLWS to 345-345 to donate today. Standard messaging rates apply. Runner at third for Northern California, and that brings up Athena Huff, whose nickname is Mighty Might. Pitch high from Capetta for ball one. Athena says that when she started Little League, she didn't even know how to run to first base or stand in the batter's box. I think she's put those things together since then.
Oh, she's definitely grown. She knows what she's doing now. She also has a really good mentor. Someone that she actually looks up to is Jessica Moore, which was a pitcher for Oregon. And that's someone that she's friends with and is learning from. And that's so important. And I love the mentorship that's happening.
We've seen that with a few of the other squads, at least that are certainly here in San Bernardino, with college softball players mentoring some of the young ladies here on this level. There's the Mighty Might rooting section there. The 3-0. Ball four, but gets away. And now it's 2-0. And Huff still running. She heads all the way over the second. We saw a lot of that from Northern California yesterday.
Mighty Might doing a really good job. That's ball four. Usually on ball four, you may just drop your bat and kind of take a slow jog down over to first base, but she hustled right away, and that's why she was able to take that extra 60 feet and get over to second.
Here's Delilah Smith, the batter. Super slow pitch just floated in suspended animation. Swing and a miss, strike one.
And that's just a nasty pitch from Capetta. That off speed, you almost have to sit deep into your legs and wait for it and just try to battle it off.
Probably makes you think a little bit too, right? The ball traveling so slowly, it gives you maybe that little extra beat where it's like, oh wait, am I seeing what I'm seeing here?
And what's even tough too is now it's in your head for the rest of the at-bat. Is she going to throw it again? Is she going to throw the hard stuff? You kind of have to sit one of them early in the count.
Count goes to 2-1. Huff at second. Northern California ahead early, 2-0. Tries it again, but misses high. 3-1. Live Oak Little League, they had to advance out of their elimination bracket in their tournament to get here to San Bernardino. The 3-1. Swing and a miss, count full. Here they are, Live Oak, California, in Sutter County, which is about 45 miles due north of Sacramento. The payoff pitch. Called strike 3.
And what a good spot by Capetta, right on the outside corner, low, down by the knees. You couldn't ask for a better spot, and that just froze her. Again, she doesn't seem phased anytime that she's in the circle, but just look at that pitch, that placement, right on the corner, the black of the plate. That's what you want to do when you got 2 strikes.
Textbook. Pitch bounces for ball 1 to Adelina Tapia.
And you see that Capetta is trying to throw that changeup more and more. And even though it may go in the dirt or way above the head, that's okay. What that is saying to the batter is, I have this pitch, so be ready for it. And it starts making her think and double think about what kind of speed is coming at her. So even if it's a ball, that's okay.
Tapia reaches up and taps that one foul. Count going to 2-1. Adelina's favorite athlete is Paige Beckers. Pretty decent college hoops career for her.
Even playing in the All-Star game.
Yeah. Now she's in the WNBA. 2-1. Count goes to 3-1. Yeah, UConn's turned out a player or two, I understand, in college basketball. Both women's and men's.
Plenty.
A couple here and there. The 3-1. It's inside for ball 4. Not like Mike Syracuse, I'm sure, but Faith Kane, the Orange alum, to my right. And a conference in the circle. Aaron Dalzell coming out to chat with the squad. Talked with him the other day, and he was fired up. It's always fun getting a chance to talk to the managers of all the different squads, and you kind of get a chance to kind of know their psyche a little bit. But Aaron was when we talked to him, he was raring and ready to go.
Yeah, he was excited to be here. He's really superstitious, and one of the things he does, and you can kind of see as he's even out there talking, is he chews the same, shouldn't say the same piece of gum, the same brand of gum every game.
Skies have broken here. We had some low clouds at the start. A sunny day. Could get up to around 90 degrees here in San Bernardino. As we hit the bottom of the Northern California order, Juliana Robles looks the first pitch inside for ball 1 with 2 on and 2 out and 2 in overall for Northern California. A bit more information on Juliana. Goes up, chases that one, 1-1. Juliana says, win or lose, leave it on the field.
Her coaches even say it about her that she is someone who just consistently always gives 110%.
Through the wickets. And everyone moves up 60 feet. So Huff now at third and Tapia at second. Two and 2 the count now. With the runners in scoring position, the pitch. Waves at the change. Strike 3. But Northern California able to extend its lead. And now it's 2-0 after 2 and a big pitch in the big spot here by Alexis Capetta. Good game so far. Top of the third in just a moment. gorgeous Sunday morning in San Bernardino, Northern California, ahead of Nevada 2-0 as we continue with the Little League Softball Regionals. A couple of reminders as we go along as far as how some of these things work here with the division at a glance. 6 teams are in the West region. It is a modified double elimination setup. Games are 6 innings long, 60-foot base paths, 40-foot pitching distance, and all rostered players bat in continuous order. So if you are on the roster, you get a chance to pick up a bat and contribute to the team. Always one of the shining hallmarks of Little League play. Charlotte Dudek in the circle for Live Oak with now 35 pitches thrown, and 24 of them have been for strikes.
Early and hard, Carl. Let's go. Here we go, Carl.
And that says a lot. She is right around the zone every time. But the one thing I would love to see a little bit more out of Nevada is just laying off some of those pitches that are up in the zone or out on the outside. But Charlotte Dudek doing a really good job again today.
4 strikeouts already this morning. With the count going to 2-1 on McKenna Capel. Her dream job, teacher. Swing and a miss, 2-2.
Hey, congrats, have fun, let's go to work right here. Hey, be on time right here, Ted, be on time.
Capel had an inside the park home run earlier this season. We've already seen one of those here today. Mackenzie Ball doing it for Northern California in the bottom half of the first. Count full. Inside corner. Dudek gets it over.
And I love the confidence that Dudek had there with that pitch. That was her screwball that has just gotten better and better as this postseason has come. But when you're a pitcher and you confidently throw on the inside corner, that tells me that you feel good about the pitches that you are throwing and you feel confident in the circle.
17 strikeouts already for Dudek. Many of the outs recorded by Northern California have been by strikeout. Bottom of the order, Grace Phillips. Swing and a miss. Dudek ahead quickly, 0-2. Phillips, her list of dream jobs: lawyer, marine biologist, and influencer. Kids today. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Phillips, the bottom of the order. Nevada just goes 1 through 9. Only 9 on their roster here in the postseason. 2-2. Dudek checking the wristband and ready to go. The 2-2. Got her again. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Dudek with 6 strikeouts so far today. She had double that yesterday.
Yeah, she's on the way, though, to match what she had. We're halfway through this game, only giving up 1 earned run, and we're here almost all the way through the third, but she's doing exactly what she did yesterday, which is what she needed to do for today.
Utah didn't get a hit until the 5th inning yesterday off of Dudek.
And what I loved about that for Dudek is she gave up that hit, but then she turned around and then threw a strikeout. And we saw it a few other times as well. She'd fall behind in a count 3-0 and end up coming back and getting the strikeout.
Yeah, gave up a hit and then gave up a run on an RBI triple by Utah. But then the young lady who hit that triple for Utah yesterday was left stranded there, and it was a triple with 1 out. So she reared back, and Dudek able to get back-to-back Ks to close the mini rally for Utah.
Yeah, there's so many times when a team gets a big hit off of you, you start feeling a little rattled as a pitcher. But she's been able to just come right back in the circle, settle in, and go right back to pitching her stuff.
There's an illegal pitch called earlier in that sequence. Now the count goes to 3-0. Strike one called now to Kalia Lobis, who singled, a leadoff single. So far the only base hit for Nevada. Later advanced over to third, but she was left stranded there. Count full. Kalia has a pot-bellied pig named Pua. How about that?
I read that, and I was like, so interesting.
Boy, between that and Bella and all the Bella Boo and all the animals she has, that's a pretty intriguing combination. Lobis takes first on the walk.
One thing I love with Lobis, what she just did there, she got that walk. Yes, it's just a walk, but she was hyping up her team as she was running down to first base, because sometimes that's what you need. When you're down 2-0 or struggling offensively, you need someone to step up and get your team going. And that's what she was doing going down the line.
Breaks a streak of 4 consecutive batters retired by strikeout. Alexis Capetta swings and misses. She struck out in the first. Down in the count, 0-2. Runner at first. No balls and 2 strikes. Throw down to second, bounces and trickles into center field. Safe at second. Dudek settling in. Second base, good to go. Off the fist fouled off, just beyond the dugout. Here at Al Houghton Stadium, which was built in the late 60s for Little League. I didn't realize that. Did a little homework yesterday.
And it's a beautiful stadium, too. There's spots for a lot of fans. It's a big stadium, so these girls are getting the chance to just play on a really neat, awesome field.
You see the San Bernardino Mountains behind this facility. Zooming in here on the field with the 1-2 pitch, and this is 2-2. San Bernardino has hosted the West region since 1950. And the community has done a terrific job of embracing Little League. 75 years now, how about that? Count now full to Capetta. After she had been down in the count 0-2.
Yeah, Capetta doing a really good job of just battling up there at the plate. She's fouling off pitches, but also having a good eye as well.
8th pitch of the at-bat fouled off. And of course, nowadays, with Little League doing a little bit of realignment of sorts with some of the regions. The Northwest region just became a thing a few years ago. Both the West and the Northwest regions are being played here in San Bernardino. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Nevada gets them in scoring position, but can't do anything with it. Charlotte Dudek, another big K. 2-0, Northern California. Gorgeous Sunday morning. We welcome you back to the Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. tightly contested so far here in the early going as we head to the bottom of the third. Northern California has been able to take advantage of its scoring opportunities. Nevada has had a couple of chances, hasn't pushed anything across. And Charlotte Dudek, ho-hum, typical day at the office for her so far, 7 Ks through 3 innings of work. Bounce for the Bellevue as we begin the bottom of the third inning. Check that to Avea Martinez. It's Northern California that's batting here, Troy. Flip your scorecard over. There we go. 1 ball, no strikes. Martinez popped back up to the pitcher Capetta in the first inning. Avea has been focusing on softball, but she wants to do basketball and volleyball in middle school.
And I think it's always good to play multiple sports. It helps you in one or the other way. And also just not having, especially at this age, having to just focus on one sport 24/7.
Three and one after the foul off by Martinez. Capetta deals. That one's into right field for a base hit.
That's what you want your leadoff to do, is hit the ball hard on the ground, and that's what she did, taking it to that right side, right into the dirt. But she has a lot of speed, so someone you're going to want to watch over on the bases.
Art Rivera, the Northern California manager, says that Avea is all gas and no brakes. We might see that here on the base paths now that she is aboard. Riley Perigo grounded out to short in the first. Avea Martinez off and running and into second with the stolen base.
We've seen Northern California just steal the bases like crazy these past couple days, but a lot of this has to do with their off-season training. They actually have a nonprofit called Young Champs that they went to, where they started doing early speed and agility work all the way back starting in December. And coach even said that he feels like this has made a big difference.
Here's a fly ball to center. Lingenfelter making the grab, 1 away.
And Lingenfelder doing a really good job out in center field. She's kept balls in front of her, tracking the balls as well, making those catches.
And not necessarily easy to play outfield in this ballpark, as expansive as it is.
No, you have a lot of ground to cover. But if I was an outfielder in this situation, which I didn't play outfield, but if I was, I would play probably further back than normal.
This one is hit to left center, and it gets down in front of Lingenfelter. Heading around third. Pumps with the throw. Not in time. Martinez just kept right on going. And Northern California is ahead 3-0.
And that is exactly why you want to play deeper in this ballpark, so that you can cut off balls like that. But Bull doing a really good job at the plate today. She has a lot of power for a reason, but smacking that pitch again. That one's actually on the outside corner, and she was able to turn out of it. Lingenfelder cutting it off really, really well, just not in time with the speed that Martinez has at the top.
Fouled off by Dudek for her first pitch of this at-bat. Dudek singled in the first. Oh, by the way, give Bull 5 RBI overall so far this weekend, with 3 yesterday and 2 today. Bull, the inside the park home run that put Northern California on the board in the bottom of the first. Dudek about to face the 0-1. Waves at that one. 0-2. And another thing to keep in mind if you're playing in the outfield here today, the sun, very much a factor. It's going to be very, very high in the sky here, especially in about a couple hours or so from now.
And that's when you have to break out the shades, Find the glove where you can block the sun with it. Or even have the visors. I haven't seen any visors out here today, but plenty of shades for sure.
The 1-2. Off the fists and in the air and hit to short. Lewis puts the clamps on it. 2 away. Two gone. Runner still in scoring position. Brings up here Ritzy Garcia. Rounded out to first to end the first. Capetta, the pitch. Called strike 1. Ritzy says the coolest place that she's ever been, Santa Monica Pier. It's about 75 miles down the road. That was a pretty cool spot.
And that's one place I have not been.
Check it out. It's pretty neat. A lot to see, a lot to do. One ball, one strike. Fouls that one off. Temperatures usually in Santa Monica about 20 degrees cooler than they are here in San Bernardino. And of course, you're right on the beach. Venice Beach is just down the road. And just beyond that, down you get to Westchester and LAX. Of course, the young ladies from Westchester Del Rey Little League representing Southern California here. Snared by Capetta. Well done. Throw over to first is in time. Mackenzie Ball helps Live Oak Little League tack on another one, an RBI single. 3-0 Northern California after 3. Charlotte Dudek has been on fire in the circle once again for Northern California.
She's picking up where she left off yesterday. She's doing a really good job locating her pitches on the outside and inside corners, but also getting ahead in counts and then throwing out of the zone and getting these players to swing at her pitches. But look at that stat right there. 7 strikeouts already, and we're about to start the 4th inning. Also, only 1 walk. She only had 1 yesterday, so limiting those free bases.
Only hit she's given up to this point was the leadoff single by Kaylee Lobis in the 1st inning. No base hits since then for the young ladies from Nevada. They'll try and get things going here as we begin the 4th inning. Beautiful morning in San Bernardino. Troy Clarity, Faith Kane, and the rest of our fantastic crew from coast to coast here on ESPN+. Thank you for checking us out, no matter where you are watching us from. Bellevue set to begin the top of the 4th inning. Her older brother, Alex, played in the 2023 Junior Regionals a couple years ago. So the Vu family, no strangers to Little League tournaments. Fly ball backing up and making the grab just in fair territory. Garcia had that one tracked all the way.
Yeah, nice snag over there at first for Garcia. As someone who did play first base, that is tough to do, to come all the way back, because it's something we don't practice very often. We're usually the ones just catching the balls, but to get that pop fly and drop with those feet like you're an outfielder, good play.
It's funny, earlier when you mentioned that you weren't an outfielder, I was going to come back with, well, I'm not an outfielder, but I play one on TV sometimes. You were a first baseman. Here's Maddie Morgan, who struck out swinging to end the 1st. We've been giving you some of the gems from Maddie Morgan's questionnaire that she submitted to us. We're going to try to bring you here another one, swing and a miss. Her dream vacation is Tokyo, but she's been other places around the country. And certainly has some travel log thoughts. She says, I really love going to cities like New York and Chicago, but honestly, too much walking. My legs were fighting for their lives. And the count now goes to 2-1.
I get it too. That's a lot of walking out there.
And she says that's why she liked Hawaii, especially Honolulu, the most. Chill vibes, beach days, and zero pressure to power walk 10,000 steps just to find snacks.
Yeah, Hawaii, you just go to the beach, you hang out, and all the snacks you need are just right there. And I love, she loves snacks. I love it.
She'll like this. It's ball 4, the second walk of the day, dealt by Dudek. But yeah, I get it, you know. The wife and I were able to do Paris for vacation last month, and we were racking up, 18, 20,000 steps a day, which is great, and it's awesome. The Cavs were feeling it, though, towards the end of our stay, though. First pitch into Zoe Lewis is a ball. She grounded out to second to begin the second. But, vacations don't all have to be the same. You can hang out, chill on the beach, do what you need to do. Or you can get out and explore. Lewis taps that one to third. Balls goes to second with it, gets the one out there. It's a lead runner race. Lewis stays at first.
Yeah, good play by Bull to get that lead runner. That's what you want to do, especially how these teams like to run the bases. But going back to vacations, I'm definitely someone who doesn't want to feel tired after vacation.
You want to feel nice, refreshed, relaxed.
Yeah, ready to go back into the real world.
High and outside, the first pitch to Brooklyn Dalzell for ball 1. Brooklyn's favorite softball player, Maya Brady, who played at UCLA just down the road. Swing and a miss.
And Maya Brady right now having a really good AUSL season. Her first 10 at bats going 10 for 10, so she's batting 1,000.
Not bad
right now. But when you're family members with the GOAT, Tom Brady,
that's the uncle. Inside corner called, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Maya Brady, part of that proud lineage of UCLA softball. I remember watching a lot of Rachel Garcia during her days as a Bruin. Fly ball to right. Grabbed by Mighty Might, Athena Huff out there. And the side is retired. Nevada gets one on, but they stay there. Still a 3-0 lead, Northern California. It's an opening round matchup, but still plenty at stake here between Nevada and Northern California. The winner of this game gets a couple of days off, and they'll come back and play on Wednesday against the winner of today's game later between Arizona and Southern California. The other team falls into the elimination bracket, and they'll have to lace them up tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. local time here. Try to stay in the tournaments. They'll face Hawaii, the young ladies from Honolulu Little League, who came up short against Arizona yesterday. So still sorting things out here in the early stages. Day 2 of San Bernardino, the first of 2 games here in the West region, of 4 games overall here at San Bernardino. We've got a Northwest region matchup coming up later on today. As both the West and the Northwest are here, with Alea Palacio at the plate. And ahead in the count 2-0. Faith, you and I will have Idaho and Montana in the Northwest region after this one is done. Idaho took care of business yesterday against a Colorado squad. On paper, looked pretty good and overall pitched pretty well. It's kind of weird to say that when Idaho won 12-2, but the young ladies from Eagle, Idaho just broke out the bats and put on a hitting clinic.
And that game later, that's going to be a rematch of the championship game from last year.
Yep.
So that's a game I know circled on both coaches' books.
Idaho made it out of the Northwest region to Greenville last year. Montana has been in the regional championship game 3 years running, but have been able to advance. So that's later today. The here and now, Northern California has been in the lead almost wire to wire. Bottom of the first, taking a 1-0 lead off an inside the park home run by Mackenzie Ball. The count now goes full on Palacio, who likes both her Raiders, both Las Vegas and Texas Tech. Ball 4. Third consecutive inning in which the leadoff batter has reached for Northern California.
And that's a tough spot to be when you have your leadoff hitter get on every single time, and you're Nevada having to fight that.
Palacio at first, Sophie Rivera swings and misses. Palacio heads into second with the stolen base.
Her coaches say she's sneaky fast, and you see it now with Live Oak. Every single time they get to first base, that runner is going on first pitch.
They're not afraid to try to swipe 60. Hit solidly, but lined right to second. The throw, safe.
And such a close play over there at second base. Palacio doing a really good job getting back. But it looks like maybe Lewis just didn't have her foot on the bag, and I wonder if there's going to be a challenge here.
There might very well be. Aaron Dalzell up and out of the Nevada dugout. And having a chat with second base umpire Sean Workman to compare notes. There are video challenges available to managers. As each team is limited to 2 unsuccessful video replay challenges during the first 6 full innings of play. However, those challenges don't carry over if the game continues into extra innings. And they are going to take another look.
And this would be a big momentum shift for Nevada, too, to get that big double play.
So they're going to take a look at it. All plays on bases to get a runner or a batter runner out. Certainly reviewable. As you look at brief look at the challenge rules that are available to managers. I mean, I've got the full sheet right here, but I'm not going to go through through all of them here. But you get the gist of it here. We have the technology to make the correct calls, and it's great to have them available here on this level.
I agree. The fact that they get to do this, I think it's important to have it in softball. And it is still pretty new in the game of softball, even at the collegiate level. But it's a great opportunity to make sure that the game is called correctly.
So Palacio, as of right now, is at second base. Let's show you what we have here. Terrific play to start by Lobe. So she was right in the right place at the right time. The throw into second. Palacio trying to beat Lewis to the bag. We're going to break it down to its last compound. Pretty close there.
That is really close. Very bang, bang. I think the question I have is whether her foot was actually on the base or not.
Well, and the big question here is whether anything that is out there from a video standpoint is 100% proof that the call should be overturned on the field.
Yeah, if there's anything in question, they can't overturn the call. They have to keep the call that is on the field. But very, very close.
That's the look that we have. umpires sorting through it. It was Sean Workman at second who made the call. Len Gherkin, the home plate umpire, is running the show for this game. Umpires here on a volunteer basis, on their own time and on their own dime as well. And they do terrific work. And I think the umpires have a lot of fun with this as well.
Oh, it's always a good time.
So the ruling is that the call stands. So safe at second. Palacio remains there. Northern California still with a runner in scoring position with one out.
Yeah, I think you're right, Troy, that there's just not quite 100% video evidence that that call could be overturned.
Athena Huff. The first pitch just trickles far enough away from Vu for Palacio to advance over to third. That's high. 2-0. Swing and a miss by Huff. Athena's dream jobs: veterinarian or softball coach. Two balls and one strike. Making the grab on the run and chasing Palacio back to third.
Lovis is just all over the field today, making those snags, those catches, and that's a big out because now you have 2 outs with a runner over at third. Now you don't even have to worry about her and just get the out over at first.
There are the shades by Kalia. Delilah Smith, nicknamed Dill Pickle. Foul back to the screen, 0-1. Smith struck out back in the second.
And she's someone the coaches say is a clutch player, and this is a time where you can become clutch when you have a runner over at third with 2 outs.
Yes, it's one of the things that she's looking forward to most in this tournament is starting a rally. Hit to right field and over Phillips' head. Palacio scores. The ball still rolling. Smith holds up at third. An RBI triple for the Dill Pickle, Delilah Smith.
Well, her coaches says that she is clutch, and she came through for them in a big, big way, and she is all smiles over at third base. You can also tell, like, woo, she's tired after that run with that one, but doing such a good job. That pitch was up in the zone, and she kept her hands high and just poked it over right field with Grace Phillips out there, and then just kept it going. But what a way to step up, 2 outs, runner on third, and to get her teammate in.
1 ball, no strikes to Tapia. 10th batter out of 11 in the Northern California batting order. Tapia walked in the second inning. 4-0, Northern California. Two and one now to Tapia, who hopes to make history for her town. Well, quite honestly, so far so good. Swing and a miss on the off-speed, 2-2.
And I love that Capetta is just using that pitch in every single count that she's in. She's using it early, she's using it late in the count, and it's good.
Count full. Just a chop foul. We'll go back and do it again. Delilah Smith will head back over to third. Tapia back in the batter's box. Seventh pitch of the at-bat. On the ground. Scoots off of Lobis. Rolls into right field. And the run scores. Nothing, Northern California.
And that pitch just left high by Capetta in the circle, but Tapia all smiles down over at first base. It was a hard ground ball, and she kept the momentum going. Again, coming in clutch. You got 2 outs, and they've had 2 big hits in those moments.
Well, here's where managing really comes in, especially on this level. Positive encouragement. And Capetta will come out. We're going to have a bit of a switch here in the circle. So switch some things around for Nevada. And we'll tell you whom is in the circle for Nevada in just a moment. 5-0, Northern California. Northern California with a 5-0 lead, and Nevada turning to Raylan Lingenfelter, who comes in from center field and heads into the circle.
Yeah, she has a lot of experience in the circle, so they're just trying to do a little bit of a momentum shift, get something going. But she threw 6 innings with no strikeouts and only giving up 1 run during the state tournament. So what that tells me is she's a big contact pitcher. She is someone who's going to pitch to contact, probably not going to have a lot of strikeouts, but someone who's going to let their defense work and make plays.
Meanwhile, Alexis Capetta moves from the circle out to center field. Big swing and a miss to begin this at-bat by Juliana Robles, who struck out swinging in the second. Throw back over to first, where Tapia is safe. A reminder, Nevada with only 9 players on their roster. As Capetta has moved out to center field. So everyone on the roster is playing for Nevada. You can roster up to 14. Nevada could add eligible players as they go, but they've chosen to remain with 9. Here's a pitch up top. Count goes to 2-1 on Robles.
And that's the other thing to think about too. Lingenfelder wasn't warming up on the side. She didn't come from the bullpen. She came from the field because they only do have 9 players. So she's kind of coming into this situation. Yeah, she may have been doing it in between innings or during when her team was batting, but she's coming into this situation a little bit cold because she wasn't warming up in the bullpen or had that chance to do that.
Count full on Robles. Got her. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and the side is retired. Northern California just keeps on scoring. An RBI triple, the big blow, as they take a 5-0 lead to the 5th. We welcome you back to Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. It's been a steady performance by Northern California so far in this one. They've scored in every single inning, 1 apiece in the first 3, and breaking through for 2 more in the bottom of the 4th. 5th inning about to unfold here at Al Houghton Stadium. Gorgeous scenery. Those are the San Bernardino Mountains behind us. The St. Gabriels are just down the road. Those are popular, especially on January 1st when the Rose Bowl, you're watching that game and you see those mountains in the background. Great to have you with us here as we are coming to you from San Bernardino. 7, 8, 9 batters due up for Nevada. It's Raylan Lingenfelter, who struck out in the second. Leads things off for Nevada. Trying to figure out a way to solve Charlotte Dudek, who has not made things easy on Nevada. That's a start. Single to center.
Yeah, Dudek has just been tough in the circle, but Lingenfelter doing a really good job with that hit, because you saw it with her. She went for that bunt with her first pitch, and the entire infield actually shifted in like she was going to do it again, and then she was able to poke that ball out in the outfield.
First base hit since the first inning for Nevada. Lingenfelter looks like she's ready to go off to the races. McKenna Capel just makes contact and just trickles foul. Or did it hit the bag? Or did it hit the plate rather? That is the conversation that is being had right now. And now they'll all take a conference, compare notes. Not sure if the ball may have hit Capel on her way out of the box.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what happened there.
A lot of moving parts in a relatively confined amount of space here. Let's show you what we have here. The call was made immediately. Let's see what we have from this angle. Fouled off the foot, and I believe the right foot.
Yep, and once you're in fair territory, you can't let that ball hit you. It's a tough thing. It's one of those things that's just tough.
Yeah.
And there's not really much you can do as a hitter, a player, when you're at the plate and something like that happens. I think the question will more be is, was it fair or foul?
Leave a foul ball.
Call is a foul ball. And going back to one of the replays that we showed you, it did initially appear that the first thing that the ball hit off the bat was Capel's foot. So we'll do it again. And the count goes to 0-2. We'll check that 0-1. Now it's 0-2. Getting a bit ahead of myself here. And now we're all trying to make sure that the count is correct.
And I believe it's 0-2.
Foul ball in that one, right? Foul ball was the first pitch.
Now or then?
I would say now. Because I think she's only gotten 2 pitches.
Yeah.
She's like, don't short me one, Blue.
So now the 0-2 pitch. Gone. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
And that's just a tough at bat, even to be in as a hitter, for Capel to come up. And she had that weird thing happen with the foot, and then there was a conference, so you have a pause, and then questioning what the count was, and that's another pause. So just mentally to stay in the box and hit the ball, that's tough.
Yeah, that was an odd sequence there. She was out 3 different times. Bottom of the order is Grace Phillips. And Lingenfelter off to the races. In with the stolen base. Phillips struck out in the third. 8 strikeouts so far for Dudek in the circle. This one, 20 overall in 1+ games worth of work.
Pass ball, gotta have you here.
Lingenfelter staying put. Nevada with a couple of opportunities with runners in scoring position. Right now they're 0 for 2. They had a leadoff single by Kaylee Lobis in the first inning. She advanced over to third but was not able to score. And then Lobis walked in the third, advanced over to second on a stolen base, and again she was unable to score.
Hey, have fun. Find a barrel here. Find a barrel. Find a barrel.
1-1. Now 1-2. That ball just kind of dropped off the table.
Hey, deep barrel. Find a barrel. Deep barrel. Hey, let's go.
The 1-2 pitch. Got it. 9 strikeouts by Charlotte Dudek. Little League and ESPN are proud members of the Aspen Institute's project Play 63 by 30, which is focused on getting 63% of kids playing sports by 2030. Learn more about what Little League is doing to get kids on the field and all about the ESPN Take Back Sports initiative by visiting littleleague.org/projectplay. Fouled off as we go back to the top of the order with Kaylee Lobis. Singled in the first, walked in the third. He's been one of the few who has had success against that young lady, Charlotte Dudek.
Dudek is just putting on a show. You look at that. These past couple games, 21 strikeouts in total.
Versus 3 walks, not bad. Lands foul.
Right now, her defense hasn't had to work too hard behind her, but her offense is also giving her really good opportunity to feel more relaxed out there in the circle. They're putting on a run every single inning, so they're staying consistent. That also tells you with the continuous batting order that every single person is doing their job, the top and bottom.
Turns on this one and lashes it foul into the screen. Of the 21 strikeouts that Dudek has dealt so far this weekend, 20 of them swinging.
And that tells you she's throwing smoke. Her balls are moving, and they look good coming in. You want to swing it as a hitter. You think you're going to get a base hit off of it, but she's moving those pitches and doing well.
Might be playable. Garcia giving it a go, but it lands just on the opposite side of the fence. Bouncing into the stands.
Hey, keep working hard, Kiki. Go win it. Hey, keep working hard. Go win it right here. Let's go. Come on, go win it. Hey,
Lingenfelter, the runner at second. A leadoff single, just the second base hit for Nevada so far this morning. Called strike 3. 10 Ks for Charlotte Dudek. And once again, Northern California in control. And in the circle, Charlotte Dudek doing Dudek kind of things.
And throwing another strikeout, but this one strikeout looking, and she has been dominant in the circle.
The Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN are presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's. Well, it's hard to argue right now. Northern California right now looking the part to potentially be the best in the West. Still a lot of softball left to play, though, including in this one. Overall, the things that are at stake here in this game, winner gets a couple days off and plays on Wednesday. The other team heads off into the elimination bracket. And legging out the infield single, Leah Martinez speeding.
Yeah, she is fast, but also Lingenfelter going all the way over to make that play out of the pitcher's circle. It was a really good hustle all around.
5-0 Northern California. They've scored in every inning to this point. Kind of put a stranglehold a bit on this game as it's gone along. Runner going. Throw into center field. Martinez thinks about taking third and then scampers back.
And we've seen it every single time with this Northern California team. Anytime they get to first, they are stealing on that first pitch.
They've put on a clinic on the base paths for much of this event so far. Lewis sizes it up, throws over to first, not in time. Runners at the corners, and nobody out.
And this is a tough first and third situation because right now Martinez is over at third base and she has a lot of speed, but you do not want to let her score right now. You are down 5-0. You only have one more chance to try to get back into this game. So you almost have to allow Perigo over at first to take second because you can't let Martinez score.
Especially with Mackenzie Ball coming up here, and she's had an eventful day at the plate. The run comes home and scores here on the wild pitch. Thinking about heading for third and doing so and getting in safely. Perigo completes the play. 6-0, Northern California.
And we knew what Northern California was going to do. Perigo taking that steal right off the pitch. So that's how she was able to get over to third because of that pass ball.
Mackenzie Ball got the party started for Live Oak Little League with an inside the park home run in the bottom of the first. Also added an RBI single in the third. So she's driven in 5 RBI so far in this event. High and outside. 3 balls, no strikes.
Yeah, she's someone you want to be very careful when pitching to right now. I would not give her anything over the white of the plate. I'd be aiming for the black, working outside, inside.
Your Ball walks on 4 pitches. And it's still going. Advances all the way over the second.
And that's why it's so important to pay attention to what the runners are doing, even when you have the ball. But again, that's a tough spot to be in because you don't want Perigo over at third to take off towards home. So if you do make a motion or anything like that towards Bull, she's taking off for home.
Yep.
It's kind of one of those situations that maybe you want to do a fake.
Dudek on the ground. Lewis cleans it up, throws over to first. It's not in time. Run scores. Runners in scoring position. And Northern California with another one across. It's 7-0.
And Lewis doing a good job of having her teammates back over there at third, but a long throw over to first base.
Garcia. Throw back over to third. Yuritsi Garcia, the batter, a couple of ground outs so far today. And Northern California is acting as if they want to decide this one here and now. Drops down the bunt. And they throw the first in time there. Balls hesitates, waits, comes across and score. Mackenzie Ball, the 8th run of the day for Northern California.
Garcia doing her job, but Bull was really far off of third before she decided to go all the way down to home. But yeah, we are now in the talks of possibly a run rule.
Look at the run rule situation here as we are in the bottom of the 5th. Live Oak with a run rule win over Utah yesterday. And we have a challenge by Art Rivera, the Northern California manager. And the challenge is whether Garcia was out at first. You see her standing there just in case the call on the field is overturned. Well, either way, the potential walk-off run will either be on base or at the plate.
And it'll be either with one or no outs.
Yep.
So still plenty of time to possibly get those 2 runs across the board. And Garcia does have quite a bit of speed. She had a really good bunt. That was a beautiful bunt.
Yeah, well done.
Placed right between the pitcher and third baseman. That's exactly what we're taught.
Yeah, and Northern California has done a lot of little things. I mean, Charlotte Dudek and what she's done in the circle, probably going to take top billing for the most part, and rightfully so. She's been fantastic. But there are a lot of other little things that Live Oak has been able to put together that we have seen in the Game Plus that we've watched these young ladies compete.
Well, I love that they have such diverse hitting, and that's just talking about, you know, you're able to drop down the bunt from Garcia, but also the big hits as well.
A look from close in, a look from a little bit further back. That's really close.
Really close. I was going to say she was out, but then that last angle had me questioning it a little bit.
Yep. Now, questioning it enough to overturn the call out at first. We'll see what the official ruling is. I mean, Faith, you and I could talk until we're blue in the face on what we think we see here on the screen, but our opinions are not the official ones.
No, absolutely not. I have definitely learned that this season after I've been wrong plenty of times. So I just usually keep my opinion to myself because I'm usually wrong.
Here's another look at it. Breaking it down. There's the foot. Man, it may be just 1 or 2 frames difference, potentially, if that. It might even be closer than that. There's the left foot on the base. There's the ball in the back of the glove. It is...
Oh, so close.
Now, is that enough? What we have shown you, is that potentially enough to overturn things? It is not. Call is upheld.
Very close, though. And I love the small ball that they're playing. I'm sure Nevada's not really thinking that they're going to play the small ball, play the bunt, or anything like that. So they did a really good job of making the play and making sure they're coming up on bunts.
So after the first 4 reach, the first out of the inning. Back to Lingenfelter. Throws over the first for 1. Back across the diamond, safe. So Dudek back up to her feet.
And I love that Dudek just got down right into the slide, because growing up, many pitchers are taught, which is probably why she's getting a pinch runner right now, is to be careful on the bases. That's the last thing they want to do, is have their pitcher get hurt.
Courtesy runner Relea Palacio coming on with 2 outs. You can do that if the pitcher is on the base paths. Palacio scores here after Rivera taps that one into center field. 9-0. So now the walk-off run is on base. Here she is. Sophie Rivera. For the moment, anyway, now she's being lifted for a courtesy runner as Palacio comes back in once again.
Running all over the field.
Boy, what a day, eh?
I just hope they get a quick drink in the dugout when they have to go right back out there. Because I know when I'm done running, I need a breath. I need to beat.
Athena Huff showing bunt. Pulls it back. Palacio is in with the stolen base. Conversation being had between Len Gherkin, the home plate umpire, and the Live Oak dugout.
And I think it was something along the lines with an illegal pitch.
Yep.
When you step on the mound, you have to present the ball and then bring those hands together. You can't bring them out again unless you're going through your motion, because that's technically presenting the ball twice.
So the illegal pitch called, and then Lingenfelter comes right back and deals a strike. Meanwhile, Palacio was halfway between second and third. 1-1. On the ground, Lewis charges and just holds on to it.
And that's one of those tough plays for Lingenfelder. When you're in the circle, you almost don't want to let your glove touch the ball because then it has a ricochet. But when you're a pitcher, you also just kind of put your glove down and it's just a natural reaction. Yep. You really don't have time to think because you are so close from the ball being hit. But now a walk-off can happen 60 feet away.
Aaron Dalzell might be reminding his squad of that right now, but still doing it with a bit of a smile on his face. Well, Northern California, with runners in scoring position, they've really gained momentum. They started 1 for 9 in that category. They're now 6 of their last 7 with runners in scoring position. They've really picked it up.
And a lot of those are coming when they have 2 outs.
Aaron Dalzell taking his cap off to talk to the squad. Is that the opposite of the rally cap? Is that the get out of the inning cap? Not sure. Well, Delilah Smith delivered one of the bigger plays of this game, an RBI triple in the 4th inning. Now she has a chance to walk things off here. Athena Huff takes second, uncontested. Runners at second and third. Palacio, the courtesy runner, 60 feet away from giving Northern California a run rule win. There's the potential winning run. The 2-0. Waves at that one. 2 balls and 1 strike. Well in front of that one, 2-2.
And what a pitch by Lingenfelder on that one. That off speed, it just floats in. Something we haven't seen from her quite yet. We saw it from Capetta, but not Lingenfelder, and that pitch just floats in. So tough to hit.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Side retired, but 4 more across for Northern California, and we will head to the 6th inning. Nevada still with the chance, but they've got a lot of work to do. 9-0 is the score after 5 innings. Delilah Smith can't quite connect. Nevada still with the chance. Comes down to this for the young ladies from Summerlin South Little League out of Nevada, as Live Oak Little League out of Northern California has been in control of this game almost from jump. Coming off a 4-run bottom of the 5th and taking a 9-0 lead into the 6th. Winner of this one waits until Wednesday. Well, they will face the winner of either Arizona or Southern California. Those two squads square off later on this afternoon. The team that does not come away with this one faces Hawaii in an elimination game tomorrow afternoon. Charlotte Dudek will try to close things out. She's been magnificent once again. In the last inning, she threw 12 pitches. 11 of them were strikes.
Yeah, she's so consistent, and I think that is so big for her. She's throwing a lot of strikes, and Nevada, again, be aggressive, knowing that those first few pitches are probably going to be her best pitches left over the white of the plate before she starts messing with you.
Capetta fouls it back to the screen. 1 ball and 1 strike. Capetta with 2 strikeouts today. Dudek has K'd 10 so far this morning. The 1-1. That's a base hit. Capetta safe at first.
And that's why that's how you want to start a rally. If you're Nevada right now, you can't come up thinking that you're going to hit the long ball or anything like that. You just want to come up and get those base hits, pass the bat, and start a rally.
Can't get 9 runs in one swing. I'll take it one at a time. Bella Vu with a ground out and a pop-up.
And Vu is someone who has just been so special for this team. She has caught every single inning in this postseason for this team. That's tough. Especially as a catcher, you have all that gear. It doesn't matter the weather, the heat. You have to imagine 100-degree heat sitting back with all that gear on.
Yeah, I'm told it's a little warm in Las Vegas this time of year especially.
Also, as a catcher, you just take a beating all the time.
The 0-2. Up high, 1-2. Both of Bella's parents, by the way, Anthony and Melissa, both registered nurses. Vu ready, so's Dudek. Drops down in the center field. Back-to-back base hits for Nevada. And a 2-strike hit for Vu.
Whatever was told to Nevada in the dugout before this inning, you can tell they're coming out with a lot better at bats here against Dudek.
Brings up Maddie Morgan.
Hey, you saw it. You saw it.
First time today that Nevada has had multiple runners on base.
Hey, who cares? So what? So what? It's relaxed, have fun.
Morgan struck out in the first. Walked in the 4th. Chases that one, 0-2. 9th batter today that Dudek has gone to an 0-2 count on.
Come on, Maddie. 5 bad blue ball here. Come, Maddie. Go to it. Stay simple, go on. Hey, line drive. Got to see it through, right? No double ups here. Got to see a line drive through.
2 on, nobody out. just missed, perhaps just a touch high.
And that's a pitch that earlier in this game, Nevada was swinging at a lot of off of Dudek, and that's a ball. So it's a good adjustment by Morgan to lay off that pitch that's up in the zone.
Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 11 for Dudek.
That curveball is working for Dudek so well. She'll throw it even on the outside part of the plate, but also bring it on the inside as well. But that's been her strikeout pitch.
Dudek with 12 strikeouts yesterday. Could we be on the verge of another Dudek dozen? Zoe Lewis at the plate. And that one just lands foul. Oh, Zoe Lewis doing so many terrific things away from softball. All the philanthropic efforts that she has been involved in for the Delta Academy. Stocking canned goods, canned food for those who need it. And has been fantastic. This fantastic work that she has done in the Las Vegas community.
Yeah, she has done more than I have in my entire life. So a lot of community service, and really, really cool to see for someone her age.
Always neat to see. 1 ball and 2 strikes. That one's on the ground to short. Only play is over to first. Martinez to Garcia. 2 away.
And Martinez just scoops up everything over there at shortstop. Even talking to her coach earlier, a couple days ago, he said, you just watch her over there. She's going to get everything. She has good range. She's quick. And she's a stud at the top of the lineup. And that's what we've seen these past couple days.
Martinez and Ball having a chat with a smile along the way. Comes down to Brooklyn Dalzell. With runners at second and third.
Hey, drive me right center. We're thinking right center gap. Right center, right center.
Nevada has struggled mightily with runners in scoring position. Right back to Dudek, and that's your ball game. Northern California from start to finish, a shutout win. The party is on for all the way, Live Oak. And Northern California, 9-0 winners here over Nevada. Northern California awaits the winner between Arizona and Southern California. Those 2 teams meet later this afternoon. Northern California back in action on Wednesday, while Nevada falls into the elimination bracket, and they will play on Monday afternoon in an elimination game. 9-0. Northern California gets the job done here. As you look at the rest of the way for the West region, Northern California taking care of business.
Yeah, Dudek doing it again in the circle. She wasn't quite as good yesterday. Only 11 strikeouts today, but she is crushing it, and she's been the ace for this team.
She's been fantastic. So have the young ladies from Live Oak Little League. This one's been fun. On behalf of our entire ESPN Plus crew, my broadcast partner Faith Kane, I'm Troy Clarity. Thank you for joining us. Northern California, the celebration is on as they stay in the win column.